and Stranger Things star slams his followers for defending Hamas.
You're an asshole.
I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
is what's next. Hey, what's up everyone? Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Sunday. Of course, this is the weekend edition. Still not out of the woods yet. This flu bug is kicking my ass. Yesterday I took the whole day off just to get some much needed rest. I think I maybe got about 9-10 hours sleep. So I feel better, but not there yet. But anywho, I couldn't let the whole weekend go without doing something. So here I am. And then we have an actual Hollywood star who stomps his followers because they want to follow Hamas. Yeah, nice. And here we go. This at a PJ Media. Stranger Things star shreds followers on Instagram for supporting Hamas. Remember in Star Wars, A New Hope, when Obi-Wan is telling Luke about the most isolate and says, "You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy than the city that they're about to enter as they search for a pilot to get them off the planet." In the real world, that's Hollywood. The entertainment industry is essentially a disease-ridden toilet bowl. Nice. And hasn't been flushed in several decades, with the waste just piling up higher and higher thanks to radical left-wing progressivism. The left intelligentsia knows that the politics flow down from culture. Thus, they need to infiltrate and infect the various institutions comprising American society, such as education, religion, and of course, entertainment. And that's why the vast majority of folks who work in the movies and television today are puppets for the Democratic Party, charged with the task of creating art, which is really just propaganda, to help spread the worldwide and normalize all sorts of egregious nonsense. That nonsense includes hatred for Jews and Israel, which has been put front and center of our national discussion at the moment due to horrific Hamas terrorist attacks that took place just last weekend. These assaults have left over 1,000 dead and thousands more have been injured, kidnapped, and raped. Yet despite the action, with zero provocation, leftists in Hollywood abroad hail Hamas's heroes fighting against the evil colonialist Israelis. One celebrity who's not having any of this bullshit is Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp, who went absolutely savage on his Instagram followers for supporting Hamas. Schnapp is typically rather liberal in his views, having come out as gay not long ago. There you go. Another day that ends in Y. So this is honestly a shocking and refreshing stance for him to take. According to Breitbart, Schnapp responded to his followers who commented on his post he published on Instagram featuring an Israeli girl who was murdered during a surprise attack that took place at a music festival, telling them that they either back Israel or support terrorism. Kudos, young dude. That's exactly the case. Quote, "I was met with comments reading, 'No one cares, free Palestine.' She deserves that. Every Israeli terrorist deserves that. Free Palestine," he said in another post published on Instagram on Wednesday. "I am outraged by the justification and celebration of death of young girls. Have people lost their minds? Stop." Yeah, they have lost their minds. Quote, "You don't have to be Jewish. You don't have to be Israeli. You just have to have empathy and common sense to know that this is wrong." And this is a post off his Instagram. "As a Jewish American, I am afraid of my brothers and sisters of Israel who have been senselessly attacked by Hamas. I am truly heartbroken to see brutal murders of innocent children, women, and soldiers fighting to defend themselves. I, like others, want peace for both Palestinians and Israelis. Let's stop the rhetoric and choosing sides. Instead, we must recognize that we are all on a side to fight against terrorism, choose humanity, or violence." Well said. I hope we can agree that Hamas, a recognized terrorist organization, that they don't represent the Palestinian people, that they value murder Israelis more than protecting their own. Schnapp continued. "You either stand with Israel or you stand with terrorism. It shouldn't be a difficult choice. Shame on you." Thankfully, this young man is not alone in a cesspool of Hollywood. Other actors such as Jon Voight, Natalie Portman, Jamie Lee Curtis, Mark Hamill, and even Madonna have come out against the terrorist attacks that Hamas has carried out. What? These leftist loons actually support Israel? Oh, well, something's wrong about it. Something's wrong. Think about it. With the exception of Voight, these people are liberals. Their eyes are open enough to not drink the Kool-Aid concerning Hamas. Let's hope they continue to open their eyes to the truth. And when it comes to Noah Schnapp, I know of him because of the show my wife is a fan of. But knowing how Hollywood libs work, this is the circles that he travels in. But for him to stand up and say, listen, you need to make a choice. Either you stand with Israel or you stand for terrorism. Innocent men, women, and children. Really, it doesn't matter if you're a Jew or you're not a Jew. Even if this wasn't Israel, say this was Germany, and you had innocent men, women, and children and soldiers being burned to death, shot, raped, mutilated. What would be the response? What would be the world response? Oh, I stand with Germany. That's what the response you would have gotten. You know, just like with, I stand with Ukraine. It's amazing how you have those who actually equivocate Ukraine and Israel. Oh, what are the same thing? No, they're not. You got a proxy war among elitists going on in Ukraine at a $150 billion toll of American taxpayer money. And then you got a country who's about the size of Connecticut, who has been trying to defend itself for the better part of 60 years, and yet is constantly surrounded by enemies who want to wipe it off the face of the earth. But yet, Israel's the bad guy here. Now, this fight was unprovoked. Israel didn't go to the Gaza Strip, knock on their door and say, yeah, you know what? We're going to stomp a mud hole in you and we're going to bury you right here, right now. No, none of that. When you have shit like this go on, it's a welcome breath of fresh air that you have a Hollywood actor come out and say, you know what? Y'all need to pick a side. Some of his followers chose to pick the side of Hamas. And so he roasted their asses for it, and rightly so. So good for Noah Schnapp. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.